from
Carl
starter.
Banks, yeah, the starter shit. His starter shit looks good, man.
Hey, look, he took it over and started making a better product. And
Yeah.
Carl, if you're listening, fire.
How you feeling today, buddy?
Regular Monday. Fired up.
Dude, when's the last time you honestly said to my son yesterday? I said, you were born. My kids are little, but besides like the 2012 Super Bowl run where he was like a very little baby, like this was probably the biggest game of your life, of his life. Like you probably just watched the biggest victory for a number of reasons.
Yo, who's got the bad connection? Me or you?
You're good, but you're good now.
Oh, I think you're right, man. I think, like, when is the last time as Giant fans, first of all, 4 wins in a row? That's crazy. Crazy. And I think it's about time that we're able to say the Giants are a good football team.
What a season. What kind of season? This is the wackiest season ever.
You know what I'm done with? I'm done with being compared to the company you keep. I'm done with being, big deal, you're winning the East sucks. I'm done with that chatter. We're not the company we keep. The Giants are a good football team, or they're becoming a very good football team. And with that said, all right, maybe we're late to the party, but they're 5-7, 4 in a row, and don't think there are teams out there that want to play them. They don't.
They don't. And I told you this morning when I heard Canty on ESPN, they're like, you're right. Dude, same way, I know I don't want to bring up old stuff, but the same way we went on those Super Bowl runs, it was getting hot at the right time with the right units. It's awesome. So I haven't felt this way. It's almost like how are you supposed to feel? And the other thing, and I think people brought this up today, but I've been saying it forever this season. We lost 2-point game, a 4-point game, a 1-point game. Like we lost all these little games that Evan Ingram makes a catch here. We don't botch it too. We're a 7-5 team, and it was never a conversation. We were always this way. We were always the class of the NFC East.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big believer of the what if, although they exist. I believe the Giants should have a record of 500 or better. But you can't, you're never going to blame the refs. You can't blame a player because then we could turn around and go, oh, well, what if Lalos doesn't get that, fumble yesterday? What if Holmes doesn't get his first?
Yeah, no, of course.
Right. So you could start doing that for wins or losses. So it's not. We are where we are, and I love it.
It's really a feeling I haven't felt in a while.
Yeah, I tweeted last night. I'm like, I said, oh no, was it today? Whenever. I was like, I don't know if it really makes up for it, but like the run that the Giants are on, and especially the win yesterday, like, does it make up for all the shitty football? Does it make up for all the losses this year that you wanted to jump into the TV and start kicking players around? It's so funny. Winning cures everything.
It does.
Everything.
It does. And being like I said, and being in first place, like our record should not be a first place divisional record, but it is. So that's great. So that's another thing. But this win for a lot of, and for all Giant fans, I'm not saying like little kids like my kids, I'm showing them, finally they're getting into it and the Giants are winning, which is cool. Yeah. I've never had it before. They've never had it. I've never been able to show my kids a winning Giants team. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right.
It's mind-boggling because you're right. This feeling, besides waking up this morning, like I just got home from work and, you're like, hey, let's jump on. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm ready to do this. Meanwhile, I got my gas and electric bill, I got my Cablevision bill, and I'm like, what? Bills, the Giants won, and whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah. When you lose and you get that bill, you're pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, let's not even go down that road. But yes, everything feels different today. Everything feels different today.
Everything.
All right, couple questions for you. Playing devil's advocate, just little pieces of thought, because that's what we're here for. Little pieces of thought. Based on what we're seeing, based on what's winning these games, obviously our quarterback play, even with a healthy Daniel Jones, winning games for us, or was keeping us in some games. He made some nice plays. But these units, the running game, the defense, how much does it? I mean, it's just the coaching, the glaring spotlight on the coaching. I saw a Jets tweet or something about oh no, it wasn't a Jets. It was a Chargers tweet about how Herbert doesn't have like the tools around him or the supporting cast. This guy doesn't have a support. Coaching staff is a supporting cast. People don't really lump that in as your supporting cast. Think about that. Look at what this coaching is saying.
The Giants coaching staff, we said it. I think the fan base knew in camp. They knew when Judge was hired that he meant business. They knew in camp with the take a lap and the fumble when he got involved with in the rain. They knew that they had something special. Patrick Graham is a mastermind at disguise. He has that defense swarming all over the place. I think that the Giants have one of the better special teams units, although the last couple of weeks,
the
block punt yesterday,
yes.
The last couple of weeks have been but McGahee has had those guys on point, especially Dixon and Gano. So you're right,
yeah.
A lot has to do with coaching, man, a lot. And who should be getting a little more credit?
Gettleman.
Brett. No. He'll get his credit. We'll talk about that. But Brett Bielema. Because
he's working with
linebacker.
He's working with 6-round, 7-round picks. He lost 4 guys.
And he's doing a great job. You know what's funny? I make fun of him because I call him Brett. Who am I going to interview with next week, Bielema? Because the guy's not going to be around. This is just a stopover for him. He's one and done. He definitely will not be here. Mark my word, pin this somehow. However, because he won't be around, he'll be gone. Let's just hope the Giants are able to keep Patrick Graham.
Yeah, and I think that hold on. This question right here about Max, who was at the Philly game, that's the answer to that, Max. The answer is
what does it say?
It says, I was at the Philly game. I just can't believe how much this has changed since that game. So since the game in Philly, at the Evan Ingram drop.
That's right. You and I actually spoke that night, and we went live the next day. And I said to you that I've been to the last 20 years worth of games, and that might have been in my top 2 of just snatching my heart out.
Depressing endings, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Eagles have had a lot of those. Eagles have been like the top 5.
Yeah.
But the difference is that we've stayed the course. We took our growing pains in the first, 5 games going 0-5, even though I still have nightmares about 2 of those games that we could have and switch this record around. And then the same thing. The next comment is Judge changed the entire culture. 100%.
100%. You know what? He did. Not 100%, and this is where you have to give credit where credit is due. Gettleman has to be given some kind of credit. Look, I still don't think he should be around. I think we should be going mediocrity.
Wait a second. What has your meter become? Because early this season you were 100% Gettleman's not going to be here next year. Where are you now? Well, as your meter?
No. I can't stand this, man. You're breaking up or I'm breaking up, so I'm going upstairs. I am still on the Gettleman should not be around train. And the reason why I say that is because mediocrity should not be the norm. And when I say that, I still want a more broadened search, a more GM that's going to be modern relationship with the player. I'm sorry. I don't think it should be him anymore. That's not saying that he all of the things that he's done in 2020 hasn't paid off, because believe it or not, it has. But what was I saying? What was I saying before that?
What do you mean?
I was saying something before I went to Gettleman. I forgot.
I loved this.
Mediocrity should not be the norm. Now, look. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes, I do. 8-8, and we're happy.
Right. Like Giant fans tend to get funny sometimes, me included. We think that just because we're 8, the Giants are on a 4-game win streak, could be a 5-game win streak, could be a 6-game win streak, could be a 7-game win streak. Okay, good job, guys. You battled back from a 1-17.
Right, exactly.
Still and then because of that, and this is why I'm not at 100%. Like you just asked me, I'm not at 100% because I'm not working for the Giants. The Giants could be like, well, that does mean something to us. Gettleman, you got another year. I think you should be gone.
I mean, some of the talent, you say talent, but some of the personnel has just been really unbelievable fill-ins and just unbelievable bright spots and signings like Bradbury and Martinez. These guys are playing and Logan Ryan. They're all pro level right now. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean,
Clowney for triple the money and have him be injured. Now he's out for the season. Clowney.
Yep. I mean, look. That's why I always say that the NFL is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Really is. Hold on. Don't go throwing anybody under the bus just yet. It'll be fine. But whatever. We're here. What does this one say? Yeah.
Yeah, it might. Yeah. I mean, actually, she shouldn't be the norm, but that's 100% true. But Gettleman.
So look. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't even think that the fan base should be arguing about this. I don't even give a shit about Gettleman right now. Just let the team go on a tear. We'll worry about that when they make it to the playoffs, when they go on some kind of a run, or they shit the bed and they lapse in the last couple of games, which I don't think they will. And then you'll have this argument. But there's no reason to have the argument now.
Right. I mean, I don't think it's an argument. I'm just saying these are now conversations because of the success, which we don't normally have. Everyone will be calling for his head if we were, 2-9. All right, next question. Like very along the same lines as should we even have this conversation now? But whatever, fuck it. What are we paying Barkley?
That's a good question because he's gonna command $16 million a year.
Yeah, and
that conversation is going to happen. I believe he's going to get paid, and I believe that Gettleman, if he's here, or Kevin Abrams, and some of those other guys there, they're gonna have to really step up and figure out a way to pay these guys either front-loaded, back-ended. Maybe it's a good thing that some of these guys that are playing out of their minds are rookies. And they're on their rookie deals, So that's a really good question. But I believe Barkley will be a Giant forever, and I believe they're going to pay him.
Man, I mean, listen. I hope he is. I think that. I mean, imagine having that talent in this culture now, or he is.
You would have to give the Giants. Would the Giants be open to shopping him? I believe they would, just like the Jets were to Jamal Adams, and it pissed them off. I don't think Barkley would be pissed off because he'll see the business side. But the Giants' asking price would be stupid. It'd be like 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds. It's not gonna happen.
So, but I don't know. I think you kind of hit it. Like finding the talent, drafting the talent. Have you looked at the draft lately? This year's draft lately? It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. We're not used to that.
No, that's true. But I mean,
and this guy's not even playing. This guy's not even playing. So then you watch a game like last night when you watch the Broncos Chiefs game, and Chiefs only put up 22. The Broncos kind of held them in check to their norm. They still won the game. But you're like, damn, man, we got to compete. If you want to really compete, you got to compete on these levels with these offenses. And that means you have to have dynamic player like Saquon Barkley. Like, you can't not have dynamic players on offense. You have to put up points in this NFL in 2020. You can't expect to go through and play the Saints when, I guess with Breeze, play a clicking Tampa Bay team, play a clicking Seahawks team. The stupid Cardinals that we're going to play next week, we're going to see they're going to be a high-powered team probably.
I don't know, man. I think you're giving too much credit to Barkley because we have Alfred Morris.
He falls forward with the best of them. He falls forward with the best of them.
Hey, exactly.
Canty said today that and I noticed this yesterday, and I was just kind of I'm dead serious about the falling forward part too. The running backs, the way it's so true. Gallman and Morris are falling 2 yards every time. They're getting an extra 2 on a fall every time. I think, does Gallman give you a little Ahmad Bradshaw vibe?
Absolutely not.
No. Dude, why
no.
Not?
You can't compare Gallman to Bradshaw. Bradshaw knock your head off. Gallman's a lightweight. That's not even an insult to Gallman. You're smacking your teeth like Gallman's not a lightweight. Gallman he's a very good.
Not as hard as Bradshaw.
You keep freezing. What do you say?
Not as hard as Bradshaw. I think he runs hard. He hits that hole really hard.
Who does, Gallman?
Yeah.
And
I don't know. That's kind of like it's good to see, right? Rather than
it's your phone, bro. You're killing me with your phone. You're killing me.
It's not my phone. I haven't even moved from the spot. I'm in here all day doing stuff. I don't move from the spot all day.
It's freezing. It's freezing every 2 seconds.
I think it's you, my man. You're not freezing for me.
Right.
Didn't they ask for a first for Ingram? Did they ask for a first for Ingram? When was that?
I didn't.
Is that no knowledge that they asked for a first round pick for Evan Ingram?
That might. Who knows?
That's another thing. Evan Ingram, dude. I mean, the most bipolar player we've had in a long time. He made 2 of the biggest catches of the game yesterday. 2 of the biggest of those third downs.
I called him. I've called him bipolar before. He really is.
What were you thinking on that interception? Was it like his fault, half his fault? Bad, not a great throw, not a good effort.
So that interception, man, what an argument that brought onto Twitter for me. Holy cow, bro. So here's the deal. The pass wasn't the greatest, but Ingram was not ready for the fastball. It went through his hands.
It was fast.
What'd you say?
It was fast. It was a fastball.
Was it a little bit high? Absolutely. Would the defender have knocked it down anyway? It looked like it. But the bottom line is, we'll never know because it went through his hands.
Right. Bottom line. He does it a little too often for my liking.
He is like the stock market, man. It's up and down. You know what? Evan Ingram is the new Eli Manning. You know you're gonna get something. You know you're gonna get something great, and you know you're gonna get the interception.
Interesting. That's very interesting. How about is the new Daniel Jones? Because I feel like it's the same way with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones makes plays, man. He's making plays all season.
Yeah, I'm not comparing anybody to Daniel Jones. He's still learning. He had 3 games under his belt with no turnovers. I think Daniel Jones is a playmaker, and I've been saying it since last year. He's the franchise quarterback. I refuted everybody this year, and I'm still going to do it. Do not tank for Lawrence. Do not tank for anybody. Daniel Jones is going to be the guy. And right now he is. I could be wrong later, but right now I'm not.
What a difference between Daniel Jones and Colt McCoy. I mean, it's insane. And I just have to give credit.
Now, you and I spoke about that. You're talking about a starter and a backup.
Yeah, you are.
It should be a difference, a big difference.
Oh God, it's so crazy.
Well, give credit. And you brought up the Bears, which I thought was an excellent point.
Yeah.
Takes money to Saquon. That's fine. But then you're gonna draft a number 1 receiver. All right, I'm down.
I'm down with that too.
I'm down.
I'm down with that too.
Hey, thanks for putting that video together, man. I had such a good time this morning.
Oh, dude, that is so cool. So listen to this. So I talked to someone from the Ford. You know that Ford Hall of Fans? Is it Ford?
Yeah.
Did you enter that and everything?
I think I did, and you can only apply once. If you apply more than once, I think you're shut down. Did you know that?
No. How can you?
Yeah, I think you could only apply one time per year or something.
Well, it's like you had to write an essay, right? You had to write 200 words or something, maybe 500 words.
Yeah.
I physically spoke to the guy from Tampa who's in it, who was last year.
Right.
And he said everything that they look at, he said it's all about charity work. I
mean, come on.
So I'm saying you got to go back, revisit that, figure out how you could put together a 2-minute video, a resume, some kind of thing about the charity work, represent, and then have the what's it called, the references, like the charity, whatever, your contact over at the charity.
Yes.
That's how it's done. It's like, dude, if you're not involved in charities and heavily, then it's not going to work. So I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You got to go back. You got to go back.
Involved heavily. It's too bad. It's too bad some of that stuff. It's too bad some of that stuff like this morning doesn't count. I woke up at 5 a.m. just to get to Yonkers to mess around on the streets all morning.
Dude, I don't know which was my favorite, but I definitely appreciated the guy. Like, you asked us that last week, bro. The guy was like, that was amazing. It's like
you know what? I didn't even post that video last week. I don't think I was like, "Hey, you guys Giant fans?" Like, no. Oh no. Okay, all right. No, I had fun.
Yeah, that's great, dude. It's like you're like the Santa Claus out in the street.
Yeah.
You're like
giant Santa Claus.
The guys giving out the turkeys in the hood. You know, when they give out the like that movie when they give out the turkeys off the back of the truck.
Well, there's a couple movies, but you're talking about the drug dealer guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about Frank Lucas.
American Gangster.
Yeah, Frank Lucas.
Yeah. What was the name of his drug? Blue Magic. Oh,
Blue Magic.
There you go, Blue Magic. Bingo. Perfect. All right. Yeah, so
I'm Blue Magic.
You're Blue Magic. You're giving away Blue Magic. That's amazing. That could be like your pimp name, actually. If you put a blue, you probably have it, right? You have a blue Santa suit. That's your giant Santa suit.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. And Blue Magic on the back. That'd be sick.
Of course I do.
At 5-7, and we got the football team coming up in a little bit, which I see this as, you know what I'm going to call this game for Pittsburgh? Trap game. I'm kind of nervous. I am. I'm kind of nervous.
Pittsburgh's going to destroy him.
I hope you're right. I'm kind of nervous. I tell you, I think Pittsburgh last week got away with one. And I think Alex Smith has been playing well. I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah. Nah, nothing to be nervous about, my friend.
And I'm not worried about tomorrow night Dallas Ravens. I'm not worried about that. But we're going to be a game up now with 4 to play. We got to Dallas on the back end. I don't know Washington's schedule. You're going to Baltimore, by the way?
No fans.
When did they make that decision? I thought you didn't. That wasn't like from the beginning, right?
No, they had fans, and then they squashed that, especially after their whole team got it.
I went to Baltimore last year, Yankees Orioles, and it's right next to M&T Bank, and my hotel room looked into the stadium.
Sick.
But you should look into that. Just get a hotel room that looks into M&T Bank from outside. Oh,
you know what? You know what? Get me the name of the hotel. I'm gonna do that.
That'd be funny, right?
I'm totally gonna get me the name of the hotel.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a New Jersey Blue Magic.
Blue Magic. That's it. I got it going. It's gonna be a Giants player on the back with a big ass turkey head, and it's just gonna be Blue Magic as a name on the back.
I also want to take this time, on behalf of the New York Giants, to apologize to you for having you come to every home and away game for the past, except for 2016 when we actually had a winning record, for the other 8 years. And then this year, when it's the most exciting football, you can't go.
Well, you don't have to apologize, because I got to go to 5 Super Bowls and you won 4 of them.
Now, I guarantee someone already did this, but if not, I'm going to get on this right away. What stadiums of playoff teams are allowing fans? So therefore,
I don't know. Get on it, though.
Because that's who then will root to play, because obviously we're going to have a host a game. So then it'll be like Tampa. If we got to go to Tampa, even though they're hosting the Super Bowl, in order to go to a playoff game, you got to go to one of these only like stadiums.
Wherever it is, I'm going.
Where did you go to so far this year?
Philly, Dallas, Cincinnati, Washington, and I was lucky with Washington. They shut it down right after I went. Right, shut it down. The next day, no fans. Yeah, so
not good. Those are not good. None of those are playoff teams. So we're okay.
I know. Both Chicago didn't allow fans. LA didn't allow fans. Baltimore's not going to allow fans. Seattle didn't allow fans.
Could we just at least get? We can't do anything. This guy's asking right here. He's like, just turned 21. He wants to tailgate. He wants to go to a playoff game. I hear you, dude.
Mike. No. Hold on a second. I'm back to setting up a tailgate.
Heyo.
I'm back to setting up a tailgate. Not going to show may or may not show the game. We'll just be in the parking lot and having some fun. Let's just leave it at that.
Right. And the old parking lot, or you still going to do that stadium? No, right? You save the stadium for next year, right?
Correct. You can't. We're not going to be. I'm working on it right now.
So this is just more of a grassroots thing.
It's in the works.
Yeah. Who's your boys at the deli? Leonardo's?
It's in the works.
Beautiful. What game?
Playoff game.
Oh shit! Exactly. We gotta know, right?
Yep.
First weekend of January.
The best part about it is it's going to be a home game because they'll win the division.
Right. Of course. Well, that's the only way. Dude, what about like the hotel right next to the stadium? What about like?
No, you can't see into MetLife.
No, I know that, but like, it's right there. You see the stadium. Like, get as close as possible. Part you can see it.
What if I called it? What if I called it a peaceful protest and I took over Route 3?
I would like that. I think that would be great. There's gotta be some kind of parking lot. It doesn't have to be a big. It doesn't, whatever, 20, 30 cars.
I know.
Right next
knowing us, yeah, but knowing us, I'll have 300 cars there and get in trouble.
That's true. That's true. And all right, so we'll talk about how we're going to announce that officially at a later date.
Well, at a later date. Like, give me a few more weeks.
You got to figure out how to run that. So then, all right. So, I mean, what a happy day. We're just smiling ear to ear. This is wild. I haven't felt this way.
Smiling, donuts, coffee. I'm giving it. I must have handed out 25 cards today. All $10 cards.
Dude, you're like the Salvation Army Blue Magic rolled into one. You got a little bell outside, and like the Salvation Army bell people. That's funny.
Hey, honestly, and I want you to make this into some kind of a video or soundbite, whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
I could not do the things that I do and that I get credit for without the Giants fan base. I mean, I made 20 to 30 people happy today by buying coffee and donuts inside Dunkin' Donuts and then handing out cards. But I had people literally sending me Venmos and PayPal last night up until 1 a.m. I had notes attached to it like, I'm a struggling college kid. Here's $3. Buy someone's coffee.
Really? You had that for real?
Yeah, for real.
That's cool. That is really cool.
Then I had someone that Venmoed me $12 for the 12th man, Colt McCoy. It's just right. It's just fun stuff to do without the fan base. It's not me. That's why when I gave them the cards in the video, I was like, from the Giants fan base, baby. From all fans alike, we love you. And people were like, yo, is this for real? I'm like, yeah, for real. Go get a cup of coffee. Go get a donut.
Winning, my friend. Winning. In the holiday spirit, winning just changes everything.
Winning cures everything. Winning cures everything.
In the most amazing way, too. In such a positive way that we're winning. Winning that game that way meant a couple things. What a perfect game, basically. You had to play a perfect game. So the coaching, the play calling, the personnel, the whole scheme was done exactly according to what our strengths were.
Yeah,
offensive line, by the way. We thought we had the Colombo situation a couple of weeks ago.
Who?
Incredible. Yeah,
who?
Incredible.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, fucking wild. Offensive line is wild. We're running the ball. 31 carries for 190 yesterday. And the defense is standing on its head with like a Super Bowl caliber defense. I'm going to see where they're ranked now. Let's see where they're doing.
If you
had to do that. You had to hold that level of that.
If you had the Seahawks 5-0 at half, you probably won $1 billion. That's number one. Hold on. That's number one. And number two, football is a game of inches. If that safety turns into a touchdown, that game is different 10-0.
Absolutely. The whole different vibe, whole different hole you're in, because we knew the entire time down 3-0. I was pumped. We were punting. I was like, I'm okay. Our defense is playing lights out. Once you got to 10, you're like, shit, we got to score 11. that would have been a lot harder to think about.
It's true.
And then in the third quarter, when the offensive line just started dominating and the run game just started dominating, that was like right when you tweeted me. You had that 10 seconds to put your feet up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right. I had about 10 seconds.
What did we have? 4 seconds to put our feet up? What was it?
Yeah. Right. It was pretty much, and then just it came right back, and you're like, wait a second, don't do it, don't do it. But listen, the coaching wins in these type situations. You had to have growing pains. Yeah. Some guy commented this comment, this right here. I think there's a lot of truth in this. There's a lot of truth in this because of what we've seen, the growth of a new coach, new players. The defense is so young.
Yeah, JD brings up that definitely has some merit. We'll never know, so it doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of people took the first couple of games, even through the fourth game, and was acting like, okay, our preseason is over. And if that's the case, and you want to look at it that way, like the glass is half full, then I'm going with JD. I think the preseason would have helped the Giants out.
Right, and I mean, we did. Who have we lost? Barkley, Zoe. I'm trying to think of like our big losses here. Barkley, Zoe Carter are big ones. McKinney.
Yeah.
What happened to Blake Martinez at the end of that game? Also yesterday,
I hurt his back.
Hurt his back.
He's feeling better already.
Basically, all the linebackers.
Yeah, don't forget about Fackrell.
Fackrell, and then I mean, who knows what Solder would have been in this team in this new whole look.
You're right. I was giving Solder, I thought he was going to come back and play pretty well because he had a shitty last year. But you just don't man up, baby. Next man up. Of
course. Hernandez was out for a couple games. Nick Gates, by the way. Nick Gates.
Lemieux stepped up. Gates started the season slow, and now he's really solid.
He's more than solid. And then Andrew Thomas, these analytical offensive line nerds today are putting out all these Andrew Thomas numbers in the last 4 or 5 games. They're incredible.
Look at this. I have the New York Football Giants calling me. I am going to end this live.
You're joking.
No, I'm not. Hey, I will call you back. But look, remember this. Mediocrity. It's how we're going to finish. 9-7 is still mediocrity, but the Giants win in division. Call you back.
Culture. So we cut that a little short as the football team, the New York Giants, were calling Joe on his phone that we were doing this on. So incredible. So let's see. We will. This is to be continued, boys and girls. Mediocrity should. I don't know if I spelled that right, but it shouldn't be. And this team is anything but right now. We'll find. This is really interesting. What a way to end the podcast. The Giants have called Joe at the very end. So we'll find out. To be continued.